what's the deal with these taquito things? I see people buy these at the store all the time, and never once have I tried one in my whole entire life, and now I'm going to try it for the first time. So you're lucky. You're welcome. Oh, good. Hi Shanny Fannies, welcome to Educating Shanny. I'm Shanny and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi Shanny, hi! Today is my Wednesday video, which means it's my weekly Wednesday update video. And I do have something to tell you that's hard. So I binged and purged twice in the past week, and I've been feeling really down about it. Like I've been feeling really, what's the word? Like defeated, kind of like, and that's so weird because in the past several months as I was healing, and you know, I would go so long without binging and purging, and I still do. It's just been these couple slip-ups, but still, every time I did, if I had a slip-up, if I even had like a thought of a slip-up, or even if I did have a full slip-up, I would still feel like positive and like, oh, you know what, tomorrow's a new day, I'm gonna try again. Like I really feel like I got into that place, into that mindset for the longest time, but this time I just have been feeling defeated by it. I've been struggling with a lot of things mentally and a lot of stressful things in my life right now, and yesterday's video that I posted about me wanting kids has been giving me anxiety like all week, like in a good way. If you missed that video, you should probably go check it out. I don't know how I feel about it now. Like my feelings keep going up and down, and I'm worried that I shouldn't have even talked about it. But then at the same time, this is my recovery and I need to talk about what I need to talk about. How about I finish chewing and then I'll talk to you. By the way, I know a few of you hated the little anniversary dinner that me and Danny did for our video on Monday, I think. And a lot of you were saying that, ew, that's so gross, she chews with her mouth open. Ew, who talks with their mouth open? Who serves their husband steak on a paper plate for your anniversary? Okay, let me just say first of all, this is so silly, but I feel like I need to say this. My biggest pet peeve is when people chew with their mouth open and when they talk with food in their mouth. But I can't help it with my dentures right now. It kind of depends on what I'm eating. It's very difficult for me to chew with my mouth closed because my mouth is so full of these very thick dentures and extra gums everywhere, and my mouth is just already so full that I have to chew with my mouth open sometimes. So I apologize for that, although it's not the end of the world. Just, you know, I'm sorry though if I upset people. What was the other thing? Oh, and the paper plates thing, someone was saying, how can you be home all day long and not do dishes to eat on real dishes or something like that? And we don't like to. That's a thing. I'm sorry if you think we're being wasteful. When we're having days like that where we just want to be together and rest together and be alone, we want to eat on paper plates. And I eat on paper plates all the time. I'm sorry. I'm one of those completely wasteful human beings, but it's how I am. I have a weird thing where I very rarely like to eat with real plates and real silverware because of the way that it tastes. And I know that that's dumb. I know that's no excuse, and I know I'm hurting the planet, but it's just how I am, and it's, you know, something I work on. It's just a little OCD that I have. So I'm sorry if I've offended anybody. Let's move on. The other thing I did want to say though is that video, by the way, Monday's video, what was with all the what was with all of the like negativity and like what the heck? Like, it doesn't bother me a ton, but there was one thing that I just really want to point out because I don't think anybody meant to say this wrong, but they did, and so I really want this to be clear. In that video, we talked about how we had separated when we were first married. A year into our marriage, we were separated, and somebody in the comments asked, I think it was my girl Ashley, I love her, asked, I didn't know you guys were separated, what happened? And another one of you guys commented and said something along the lines, well, she kind of alluded to the fact that one of them cheated or something like that. And I just want to clear that up. I never said that. I never hinted at that. Because that's never happened. Like, we've never cheated on each other, like nothing at all. So just so you know, like, it's probably my fault for even bringing up the separation and then not telling you why we were separated. But my point was not why we were separated. My point was that we were separated and we worked hard to build a really strong marriage and to forgive each other for things and all that kind of stuff. But it just made me so uncomfortable knowing that people might be thinking that we cheated because somebody thought that I said that or that I hinted at it. And I don't blame that person at all. You can tell they're really sweet and really loving. Like, it wasn't like a troll thing or anything. So I just want to clear that little thing up. Okay, so let's get back to my binging and purging. Okay, so I've been thinking about this a lot, and I know that my little mess ups here and there over the past, what, 6-7 months since I stopped purging. I've had a few slip ups here and there, we know that, and every time it happens, like it happens for me when I feel really triggered when there's tension or upsetting things going on in my life, like that, where feelings are being hurt, and I'm involved somehow. Like, anything like that really triggers me because I hate hurting other people. I hate making other people feel bad. I hate making people feel guilty for things, and I hate when people make me feel guilty for things. And I don't know, I feel like that's kind of like the one thing that I can't kick, and also stress. Those are the two things. So I've been thinking about this a lot, and this week especially I've been thinking about it because this week I've been really depressed. I've been trying to put on a good face for you guys, but I've been really, really down this week. And I know that it's time for me to go back to therapy. I need help beyond YouTube. You guys, a lot of you have been telling me this for a long time. So anyway, basically I'm starting to feel like I have some things that I need to talk through, and I can't talk about them on the internet because they involve other people. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm going to start my Patreon soon, like I told you guys. And I'm just hoping that somehow I can get the funds every month to go to therapy, because I don't think my parents can help me out with that anymore. I don't think, like, we live in a place where insurance doesn't do therapy doesn't take insurance, and I know that a lot of you are so frustrated and being like, come move to England and come move here, like, we have free therapy, we have free treatment. Not here. It's very, very expensive here. So like, when I used to go to therapy, my parents spent about, let's see, $1,200 a month, $300 a week on therapy. And so obviously I can't afford $1,200 a month, but I'm thinking if we could just like get enough from the Patreon for $300 a month or something, that would at least be one session a month, so that I can talk through these places where I feel stuck and where I feel I can't speak about it here. Because as we all know, this is my therapy. YouTube has always been my therapy. It is what has healed me 90% of the way. So like, but it's getting to the point now where I don't know, there just are things I can't talk about on here. I actually am fine talking about every single thing I've been through and every single feeling I'm going through and everything. I am fine. I am an open book. You guys know that, especially after these years. I've started to trust you guys and feel completely comfortable here. But since these things might hurt other people, I can't talk about them on the internet. So, yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I think that I need to be really careful right now, especially right now. Obviously, I'm really fragile right now, and I think I've just been feeling so depressed and so low and so down. I don't know why, but I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't even know. You know what it probably is? It's probably because I've been so sick lately, and Danny even told me the other day. He said, I've been noticing a big change in your health and I'm really worried about you. And I said, I know, and I know I need to go to the doctor. And when I think about going to the doctor, that gives me anxiety. And when I get anxiety, I binge and purge. That's been my comfort for my whole life, and almost my whole life. And the thing is that I figured all this out before, and I've worked through all of this kind of thing before. And I got better, and I was better mentally. You guys saw it. I was totally better mentally. But I found myself this past month or so, maybe 2 months, since I've been so sick, I found myself forcing, faking, acting better than I feel inside, because I don't want to let people down. I don't want to disappoint anybody, and I also, I guess, was in denial about it because I didn't want to admit that I failed again in my mind, which is what it feels like. And I know I didn't fail, but in my mind, that's the first thing I think of. Like, all that work just went down the drain. You're falling again. You fully relapsed. I haven't fully relapsed, but these are things my brain is telling me. You fully relapsed. You're really quite hopeless, to be honest. Like, there's nothing in the world that will get you better. And I don't want to feel that way again. I spent too much of my life feeling that way, and it destroyed me. It took my whole life from me. It almost killed me. I just don't know what to do. I'm so lost. I'm so confused, and I'm angry, and I'm just mad. I don't know what to do. So there's my update. It's not a great week. Thank you for being here, for supporting me, as always. And I'll let you guys know when my Patreon is up. I think that will really help in a lot of ways. So with therapy especially too. Okay, so tomorrow at 8 p.m. my time, Utah Mountain Standard Time, we are going to do a live Q&A here on YouTube. I'll go live on YouTube, not Instagram. So if you want to join, then do, and if not, it's okay, because it will save it directly to YouTube, just like it always does, and you can always go and rewatch it later. So if you want to join me for that, tomorrow 8 o'clock, don't forget, and 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. And also don't forget that tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m. I'm doing a live stream at 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. p.m. 8 p.m. o'clock. So I love you and thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. And remember forever and always that you are beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye!